welcome to a very special 1-year anniversary episode of Unlimited Appetizers, the show where we simulate killing time while waiting for your food at a restaurant. I am your host, Erin.
And this time I'm just your host, Mancha. That's right. It's been 1 year since you looked at me.
Our favorite song.
This is our 1 year episode. Originally we had something more elaborate in mind, and then we ended up having too much fun and forgetting about it.
Yes. You'll see what we were up to recently. I can't believe it's been a year. It's a weekly podcast, and we do not have 52 episodes. Just ignore that.
We got 35. That's over half. That's all that matters.
Honestly, that's kind of more than I thought. Like, when we started, I was like, there's a good chance that we start doing this and we just give up and like run out of energy and we stop at like 10. So I'm happy with it. It's fine.
I'm too invested to give up, Erin.
Oh yes. No, I know. And this is going to be phase 2. So now, after what was it, New Year's? I was like, oh yeah, it's my goal to make the highlights channel. And then now it's April and I didn't do that. Well, now it's going to be the phase 2 season 2 goal that I will make the highlights channel.
Oh yeah, this would be the beginning of season 2 of Unlimited Appetizers, isn't it?
Or it's the end of season, however you want to see it. Yeah,
it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
Our continuity is terrible.
We love this for us. So any random things we want to shoot the shit about before we get into our discussion?
The reason Erin's wording it like this is because I started telling a story right before we started recording it, and then halfway through I was like, wait, why am I telling this now? It's mildly interesting enough to show. By mildly interesting, I mean not very interesting at all, but it amused me very greatly. I have in front of me a Baja Blast Zero because I don't like sugary drinks because I don't want that extra sugar. I have also next to me another Baja Blast Zero. You may wonder, did you go buy 2 Baja Blasts? No, I didn't. I'm not that irresponsible with my money.
I'd believe it if you did.
I've done it once, but it wasn't this time. The guy gave me 2, and it was because he poured this first one, the one I'm drinking now, and he said, the syrup might be low, so I'm going to give you another one so you have a good one, and then you'll either have 2 good ones or a bad one and a good one. And I'm like, man, that's more than you have to do. I appreciate it. Turns out I got 2 good ones. God is good. Amen.
Have I told the McDonald's ketchup story on the podcast?
I could not remember.
I'm going to start telling it if y'all have heard it. If y'all have heard it, you're just going to hear it twice. So one time, me and Tyler and his roommate, Austin, we were going to McDonald's, and we were in the parking lot doing like the, doing the mobile order, and then we were going to go through the drive-thru and pick it up or whatever. And it was kind of hectic in the car. We were all talking over each other, and I kept going like, make sure there's ketchup, because you guys don't have ketchup at your house, so make sure you put in ketchup. And he heard me like every time I said it and just kept like adding them in every time because I was like being so annoying about it. That he ended up putting in 30, it was either 31 or 41 ketchups. I'm thinking it was 31. And we get up to the window and the lady is like laughing her ass off and is like, 31 ketchups? You know what? I'm going to give you 32. And she counted them out in front of us and like made fun of us. It was a very fun drive-thru experience.
I feel like the other important note of order before we jump into the episode proper is that Erin has done a horrible thing to my mind, body, and soul. That I did download the Cookie Run Kingdom game and have been playing the Cookie Run Kingdom game. So there's that now.
Yes, Mancha visited me in Raleigh, which is what our first discussion is going to be about. And you were here for what, like an hour?
It was 24 hours. I will give it that. I downloaded it Tuesday.
It took a day for me to convert him into Cookie Run Kingdom.
It took a day for me to download Cookie Run.
So, my collection of souls is growing.
I hadn't put together that Cookie Run Kingdom was a kingdom builder game, despite it very obviously being a kingdom builder game, and I had recently been thinking about how I wanted to play a kingdom builder game, and sometimes the math works out really late, but it works out.
And now We're cookie run friends. Yay! Phase 2 of the podcast is the cookie run phase.
And I cannot progress in Cookie Run until I have a third friend. So someone add me. My name is Mancha. I need to upgrade my damn cookie castle, and I sent a bunch of friend requests to randos, and they have not added me back yet. So help a brother out.
I was gonna say all mine are like randos. There's like 5 people I know in it, and the rest is like full of like random people because I wanted people to send gifts to when there's events that ask you to do that. But yes, all right. I think I'm ready to get into our discussion if you are.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, so Mancha, our friend Derek, and our biggest fan of the podcast, Jake, came to visit me in Raleigh. And we had a really good time, and we just wanted to show you guys some pictures of what we did on our trip, because we were originally going to record a live in-person episode like we did the last time Mancha was here. But we didn't get to because we did too many fun things. We were overscheduled and we just didn't have time for it. So like one night I was like, you know, what if I just showed like pictures of what we did? And we were like, yeah, that's fine. So that's what we're doing.
We also had nothing planned. I want to be clear. We had talked about like coming up with like a game show and buying buying bow ties and all this stuff, and it never happened. And it looks like the sun's coming back around to where my window is. So if my camera looks all washed out again, Windows.
Yes. All right. So at the beginning, I just wanted to show off. In preparation for everyone visiting, I changed the shower curtain. I got a new shower curtain for Christmas, and I was waiting to put it up because I wanted it to look nice for my friends, because Kevin absolutely destroyed the previous one that I have. So just for comparison, I've got a photo of the absolutely shredded one and then the new flamingo one, which he has not destroyed yet, but probably will.
I think I forgot to say this to you. I kept meaning to, but it's just the interior shower curtain being all like all messed up. It was so funny.
It's because he would jump onto it and hang. So like the plastic like lining on the inside has like holes in it everywhere. It's really funny. All right. So Mancha met Stinky Kevin finally, not just virtually. And I have a lot of pictures of people meeting Stinky Kevin.
He was only a little mean to me.
Yeah, he's just kind of a bastard. He's the meanest to me, but you know, he'll still bite other people. Yeah, so he had the time of his life. He was having fun with everybody visiting, and he likes having company over. Here's Derek with Stinky Kevin. Here's Jake, our biggest fan, with Stinky Kevin. Here's Kevin bothering Tyler while he's trying to drink a Pepsi. And then, so the first night that everyone was here together, so Mancha came on Monday and we hung out a bit together, but I realized that we didn't take like any pictures of it. We went to get sushi. I forget what we did the day after. Or no, the first day
I got there, we got cookout.
Yes, we got cookout. Yes,
and
we
tried
cookout.
Just kind of hung out.
Yes,
and then we got sushi the next day.
Yeah. So we went out and got sushi, and then Wednesday was the day that the other people showed up. So we went bowling, and we were gonna go to this other bowling alley that my friend recommended, but then there was like a bowling league there when we called. So I just like looked up the nearest one, and it was this super like bougie, expensive bowling alley. This is a selfie of us outside of it, but I had to make like a reservation, and it's super fancy in there. It was like $20 for a game of bowling, which is like 4 times what it should be.
It was wild. So it was like a club aesthetic, loud music, like bar stuff. $19 Fortnite bowling game. Who wants it? No one.
The nice thing was, there was a big tray of food that looked like it was set out for like a party or something in the corner. And we walked in, Tyler's like, what is that? Can we eat that? And I was like, I don't know. Like, that's not ours. Like, don't ask or whatever. And he's like, I'm going to ask. And then he asked an employee, and the employee was like, oh yeah, we were just going to throw all that out. So like, go ahead and like eat it. So like, you know, good on him that he asked. I have too much anxiety, but we got probably like at least like $70 of food. We like compared it with the menu because it was like kind of expensive.
Yeah, it was like
like
at least a
and
pizza and a half worth, and like chicken and meatballs, and like I don't care what free food tastes like. If it's free food, it's free food, and that makes everything better. So it made a expensively mediocre bowling experience honestly kind of okay.
It was elevated. It was like we got, more for our money. I got a fun drink that had gummy bears in it.
Did it? I didn't see that actually.
Yeah. I drank it pretty fast because it's me. We all named ourselves after Taco Bell menu items. So we have quesarito. It's quesarito, Baja Blast, Cheesy Gordita Crunch. I think Derek was like the Cravings box, and then Tyler named himself Diarrhea. Very hilarious. I am that 55. I'm not good at bowling. That's okay.
I also had a bad night, and I'm the 79.
Who won? Was it Derek or Jake?
It was Jake.
Oh, Jake! I just said Derek was the Craving box. Yeah, it was Jake.
Yes, Jake was the quesarito. He crushed it. 126 is pretty good for people who aren't good at bowling.
Yeah, I only know the numbers because of Wii bowling, and I'm better at that. So that was a lot of fun. Then the next day, or I don't know when this was. Next day, I have photos.
That was Wednesday. This is Thursday. You're correct. You're doing
I'm
it right.
Correct. Yeah, so we went Mario golfing, and we saw the Mario movie. So I got a selfie of all of us together in our outfits. And we tried to do like the Mario golf outfits. So like, I'm Rosalina, Derek's Mario, Mancha's Shy Guy, Jake is Waluigi, and then Brendan is like a real low-key King Babam. He's got a little mustache he's holding up.
It's fun because they're like the people with like the obvious like copyable golf outfits, and then there's me, and Shy Guy just looks like Shy Guy. So I did buy a polo shirt, and then I stood on this rock.
Yes, you did. You will notice in my TikTok I posted, I zoomed it in so you couldn't see where you're standing on because people on TikTok are really annoying and I don't want someone to yell at me for climbing on it. But it didn't do well, so it doesn't matter. But sometimes they like, you never know with TikTok, so I'm like always like safeguarding.
There were no signs. Yes. I broke no rules.
That's true. Speaking of touching things at the adventure landing we went to, here's Jake petting a zebra. He had a good time with that. Here's Jake in prison. There was like this little brig. Yeah, there was a little brig thing you could climb in, and we were all taking videos and pictures of him screaming.
And we left him there.
Yeah, that's still there.
And some say he's still there to this day.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of complaints about it.
You can hear his cries.
Scaring all the children at the mini golf place.
You'd think they'd just be able to open the door, but for whatever reason, doesn't work like that.
He's stuck.
His soul is bound.
Yeah. So then we went to an Alamo Draft House to see the Mario movie, which is like one of those movie theaters where they'll like you can order food and they bring it to your seat and stuff. And they had this little Mario like standy thing that we got a picture with. We had to like we were like awkwardly waiting around for like 15 minutes to find somebody to ask to take a picture because I was too nervous to ask anybody. But there we are.
The Alamo Draft House was wild, by the way, because I've never been anywhere like that.
Yeah.
And it was like both like a little like overwhelming and expensive, and also really fun. But like before they explain everything, it's just like, how is this good? How do they do food service during a movie? That does not make sense.
When I was way younger, went to visit some family members, and there was like a different chain thing that did like the same thing. So I'd gone to like a different brand before years ago. Mm-hmm. And then when I lived in New Orleans, I forgot the name of it for a second. There was like a like local like fancy one that did like the same thing. So I'm like a little used to it, but I do like this one a lot. I like their food, and they got really cool decorations on the inside, and there's like a full like bar and stuff. It's a fun place. Those are my fries. They're very tasty.
I also got those fries.
Yes.
They were really good.
Yeah, we both got them, and so it's funny. They're like loaded fries. They had like so like sriracha sour cream or something, and
Yeah.
bacon and scallions and cheese and stuff. And me and Tyler are trying to see the Mario movie again together because he didn't get to go because he had like a show or something that night. And I was trying to look for times that we could go to the Alamo Draft House again just because I wanted to get the fries again. And then I got some pictures of us in the movie theater. I got a selfie of me. I got a picture of Derek being a good little boy over there.
And there's
funny
me
mustache.
also.
Yes, that's part of Mancha. It's like Mancha's shoulder and arm. And so then I just took some pictures when we were hanging out around the apartment. There was a lot of Magic the Gathering happening when I was working or otherwise busy.
So Erin was working like Wednesday and Thursday.
Yep.
During the day. So this was Thursday during the day. We did play like a lot of Magic that day. Kevin was out for a little bit. I think I took that one on the right, or I guess the way we're looking at it, it's on a PowerPoint. It'll be the one on screen now. I think I took that one because that's from my angle where
I think
Kevin was just all over Derek's side of the board.
Yes, and Derek's like doing the like salad cat point at the cat. It's very cute. Kevin was he wanted to be involved in everything. So if there's magic happening, he wanted to come sit directly on your cards and whatnot.
He tried his hardest, which was not very hard, but we give him that.
He's aware that if he's annoying enough, he gets scooped up and put away.
The funniest thing was during this moment. So Erin's in the middle of a meeting. It was
a meeting I wasn't supposed to have, I think. Normally I'll put him away, but it was like my boss was like calling me and I was like, oh crap, like I'm just going to get on the call. But the cat was out.
So Erin's calling her boss. We're playing in the background. We're doing our thing. Kevin decides that he wants to get in the trash can really, really badly because it's like a little bit open. So I turned it around so he couldn't get into it and like put like a bag that had a box in it on top of it. And he keeps trying to jump in this bag now that's on top of the trash can. And at one point, he like jumps up and half scoots himself into the bag, and then he didn't get enough traction, so he falls all the way back out. There's just like a loud noise and we're all laughing in the background.
Yeah, so I'm like on a call with my boss where we're like talking about, we're going through some like programming thing, and I just see in the corner of like my screen on the WebEx thing that I just see Kevin toppling over with all this stuff, and then everybody laughs and like my mic was on, so like he could definitely hear all of it, and I was just like, oops.
That was the best moment.
It was very fun. We ate some unlimited appetizers that I forgot to take a picture of before we ate them all. So here's some empty plates where we destroyed the appetizers.
Unfortunately, limited appetizers.
Yes.
Did you have the chicken dip?
Yeah, we did.
What did you think?
It's fine. It's like mid.
It was edible.
I've never found like a chicken dip that wasn't made by me or from a restaurant that was like passable. They're all like really, really mid.
Yeah. It wasn't anything like homemade. I need to make more, dude. I love making chicken dip.
Yeah, there was a point in time where I was trying to try like every like buffalo dip I could find in like Raleigh. I ordered from probably like 4 different restaurants or something. And there was like one that I liked, but then I kind of got like sick of it because I ordered it too much. But nothing compares to making it. Whenever there's like a work potluck thing, like I made it for that and everybody's like, oh my God, make that again. That was great.
Because then you can like slightly customize it to your personal tastes.
I always buy a rotisserie chicken from Wegmans and use that as the chicken, and it's like delicious.
I need to try that. Usually I just used canned chicken. It'd probably be the same price to get like a rotisserie chicken from like the grocery store near me.
Yeah, and like sometimes there's like a little piece left that I didn't eat, and I'll just like eat it, Or
a little treat for Erin.
A little snack.
A little.
Yes. Here's us at Moe's. This is I just love the face you're making at Jake in this photo.
I don't even know what face that is.
You just look like, I don't know, disappointed or blank stare or something.
I think it's just a blank stare, Erin.
Yeah. It's fun. I didn't put it in because I was like, that's stupid, but I did take a picture of the wall and it had like, I'm just going to send it to you, Mancha. You can put it in. There's a stupid sign on the wall that for some reason I thought was so funny. And it was like, hear me out, queso lazy river. And I was like, why?
Finally, Colossal Con's good.
Yeah, seriously. All their like goofy like slogans and stuff in there were very like, I could tell they just hired some like millennial to write all of them.
This was written by someone in their 30s.
For sure.
Who's a Disney person.
Yes. We went to Brendan's house and we met Brendan's cats. The other one was under a chair and would not come out, but this one comes out and she's cute. She's very cute. They're way less of a bastard than Kevin, but
at Brendan's house, you asked Brendan about a book. I then ordered that book and it's now on my shelf.
I don't even remember doing that, but I'm glad I contributed.
It was the Gideon the Ninth.
Yes,
so now I have to read that.
Yes, I remember that conversation. So we went into an escape room. I think it was Brendan's idea. And we not only got out, but we beat the record for the month. And when they were asking us what name we wanted on the wall, we all kind of like stared at each other and said things. And then finally, one of us was like, "Let's just put Unlimited Appetizers." So our name is on the wall and it's promoting our silly little.
I don't
podcast.
think it even was one of us because like I didn't want to push it and be annoying.
I think
no one had any ideas.
I meant like one of us collectively. I don't remember who it was. I think it might have been like Derek or something. But yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
So yeah, we did that, and then we took some pictures. They had like little funny like meme printouts and stuff. It was fun. It was like an alien escape thing. There's like a part in it where you had to connect a bunch of like tubes together, like big like tubes across like a room, and I dropped one of them on myself and it hurt very bad. And then I don't know.
I'm so glad I didn't have to do the tube puzzle. Like I'm sure I could have done it, but it was really nice working on other puzzles at the same time.
Yes. That one was like the least satisfying because they fit together so like awfully.
It was a really good room, though. I really, really enjoyed that one. And that's the first room I've beaten, but I've only done 2, and I was in like high school for the other one, so I don't really count that other one.
I don't want to jinx it, but I've gotten out of every single one I've ever done, but it's always just, we always ask for hints, and like, I don't think I've ever gone over like the hint limit or whatever, but like, I just can tell when we're not progressing and it's like, okay, time to ask, because and I always go with smart people, like Brendan is really good at this kind of stuff, and the rest of us, we're all we went to RIT or something, or we're all relatively smart.
Are you a fart smeller or a smart feller? That's Erin admitting that she's a fart smeller. I think the only hint we used was because we slightly messed up a puzzle.
There was something that you had to read, and Brendan just read the wrong number. He thought it was a 7.
I read the wrong number.
Oh, it was you? Oh, I thought it was Brendan.
Yeah.
Oh, we thought it was like a 2 or 7 or something, and it was like a 2. It was just we missed like the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like a half a hint because we had figured it out, just not correctly.
Yeah, it wasn't like a major like logic step or anything that we had to ask. It was very fun. I would definitely go back to that place. And then Brendan wanted to go to this meadery that he likes. And we tried different flavors of mead, which is like wine made with like honey. And that was fun. I got a picture of my meads I ordered, and I got a bunch of pictures of us like together and enjoying each other's company.
It was a lot of fun. I bought a bottle of mead there. That bottle of mead is now gone. But to be fair, it was not like a lot of mead.
Yeah.
It wasn't even one I got on the flight, but there was like a blackberry one that we had passed around that like everyone pretty much universally thought like that one and the ginger peach were the best two.
Those two were the best.
So I got the blackberry, and then I brought it over to a friend's, and then it was gone just instantly.
Brendan told us there's a summer flavor that's like lavender lemonade, and the second that comes back, I'm going back and I'm buying their entire stock.
That sounds fun.
Yes. So then the three of us, just me, Mancha, and Jake, because we were the only people that cared about going to see Beetlejuice and the tickets were expensive. We went to see the Beetlejuice musical. and I dressed up. We were gonna dress up together, but then things happened. I ended up just being me.
It wasn't things happened. I just decided that I didn't want to, and I was gonna be more comfortable in normal clothes.
Yeah, totally fair.
It was just like I don't feel like it. So
we sat in different spots. So like when I was separated from you guys, I got stopped by every like wine drunk middle-aged woman, and like multiple people asked for pictures of me. It was funny. We had a good time. The show was really good.
It was great.
Here's a picture of me with the stage and the sign that someone behind me saw me trying to take a selfie with, and they're like, "Do you want me to just take the photo?" And I was like, "Yes." And then I did, the standard. I'm at a musical. Let me hold up my playbill thing in front of the stage, and then, cool effects and stuff.
Yeah.
Were you here for this?
Then the next day I had to leave.
Yeah.
Because I had to be home Sunday, so I had to leave Saturday. And
Yes.
I drove if you count the stops, it was about a 9-hour trip. If you don't count the stops, it's about 8:15.
Mm-hmm.
But like I would just take one stop and then I'd stop for like half an hour and just chill, just so I could play on my phone and recalibrate.
You were dearly missed. We played Mario Party in your absence, and of course, Derek won.
That's no surprise.
I was having a struggle. I wasn't even failing like the mini games, just like board stuff was not going well for me.
Mm-hmm.
The AI Birdo beat me, so
only by coins, luckily.
Yeah,
it looks like.
Yeah, but we had a good time. Oh, and I think Derek took this. There's like a Kevin under the table.
That was from Magic.
Yes, during Magic. I just put some other pictures at the end that I found last minute.
Well, I just know the context.
Yeah. He's sitting. He's being a good boy.
That was like right after the image. That was like right after the picture of Derek like pointing at Kevin like, "You son of a bitch."
Okay, never mind. I thought I put more photos after this, but I didn't. Okay. So any other highlights from the trip you want to talk about, Mancha?
It was just nice seeing friends again. And I'd do it again.
Yeah, totally. I forgot to tell you, our biggest fan, Jake, actually sent us a video message that I'm going to show you right now to talk about how much he enjoyed the trip. So I'm just going to play this for you, and you can just edit it, and I'll just send you like the video file.
Okay.
Sorry, I gotta film this while I'm watching a movie with some losers. Anyway, I gotta talk about the best thing that happened to me, which was I got to, the biggest Unlimited Appetizers fan, got to meet the Unlimited Appetizers hosts, the Mancha, the Erin. I got to meet them both when I took a trip down to Raleigh, North Carolina. I got to go cosplaying with them, play mini golf. I got to watch the Mario movie with them. So many good times. We watched Creator Clash together. Mancha left for that, of course, but we also had just fun, phenomenal times at Beetlejuice, the musical. Honestly, they know how to treat a fan, and promise I wouldn't get emotional, but I love Unlimited Appetizers so much. I'm so glad I got to take that trip. I'm still waiting on them for the reimbursement for the flights, though. It was about $500, so I am waiting on that check. But I know they're good for it, so still got a number one fan here, so can't wait to see the next episode. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
So, what'd you think of our fans' little video message?
So with that, it's time for us to introduce our new segment, the sponsored segment. Today, we gotta pay back Jake somehow. No, someday.
For $1, you can help break him out of the jail at Adventure Landing and pay for his flight home.
I can't believe he took that photo from Adventureland. That video from Adventure Landing.
The cell was very spacious and had a computer in it. Oh, That was the other thing. Mancha had to miss the creator clash, which I felt bad because I was under the impression that only you and I like knew or cared what it was. So I felt bad when I was like, oh, I'm gonna make everybody watch this. But Jake also like knew a bunch of the people and was excited for it. And then like Derek and Brendan didn't know anybody, and I kept being like apologetic, like I'm sorry if you guys like don't want to watch this, whatever. But like by the end, like we were all sitting on the couch together, like screaming at the TV, and Derek was like, yeah, no, like wanting to see people punch each other is just part of like human nature. I don't have to know who they are.
See, I'd be more upset about missing it if Froggy Fresh was in it, but
I know. Well, it was good. I also had to watch AB from the H3 podcast, the one I was the biggest fan of, get like actually injured by Dad, while Jake, who's a huge fan of Dad, is like screaming like, yeah, and like I also like Dad. Like the diss track he made was like funny and stuff, but like I'm like sitting, like Jake is celebrating and I'm like watching my guy get like carted out to the hospital, and I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna be able to do this next year.
Oh my god.
Rip. Yeah.
All right. I do want to jump to our next segment, though. I don't know why Erin left the Discord, because I do need to stream this one to her.
I was trying to close out the thing that I was streaming and I just didn't hit the right button.
I'm just being toxic. It's okay. I had the idea. We've held on to this one for a bit. I wanted to do a Hunger Games with characters that we're fans of. So before the episode, we set this up. We each picked 12 characters, 6 guys and 6 ladies, and matched them up in districts. So in districts 1 through 6, those are all the guys I picked, which are Sans, Peter Griffin, George, Oscar Bluth, or Job, Bender, Benoit Blanc, and Dr. Doofenshmirtz. And they're Erin's ladies, who are...
I was going to say them together, but I understand why you went in the order you did. Sans is with Flo from Progressive. Peter's with Peppa Pig. Job is with Lindsay from Total Drama Island. Bender's with Wild Style from the Lego Movie. Kind of a wild card I threw in there. Benoit Blanc is with Marnie from Stardew Valley.
I hope she dies first.
I put her in because I knew Mancha would have strong opinions. And then Doofenshmirtz is with Adelia Dietz from Beetlejuice.
And then we swapped it for the other ones. So District 7 is Erin's Brian, Griffin, and my Mifa.
Yes. I picked specifically the Seth Rogen Donkey Kong from the new Super Mario movie because I'm in love with him. And he's paired with yours.
Madeline, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can do the rest of them.
Okay. District 9 is Dr. Robotnik, the Jim Carrey one, and Betty Boop. District 10 is Tyler Ninja Blevins and Queen from Deltarune. District 11 is Miles Edgeworth from Ace Attorney and Louise Belcher from Bob's Burgers. And District 12 is Knives Chow from Scott Pilgrim and Wiggler from Mario.
Love Wiggler.
So I figure, we're just gonna we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna sportscast this fun murder event, and we'll see who comes out on top. I mean, this isn't seeded or anything. We don't know what's gonna happen. So
yes.
We started the Hunger Games, and then all of the pronouns were female because I had messed up something, and I fixed it, and then it restarted everything. So maybe this time I'll get through without my favorite character dying first.
Yeah, I was gonna say Madeline and Delia Dietz died, and Mancha was very devastated that his girl was the first death.
So we're gonna try again.
Okay.
So we start with a bloodbath, which is the first fight. Betty stabs Wiggler with a tree branch. Benoit Blanc finds a bag full of explosives. Queen and Job fight for a bag, but Queen gives up. Knives gets a trident. Sans gets camping equipment. Edgeworth gets a shield. Lindsay throws a knife into a child's chest. Wild Style runs away. Brian scares Marnie. DK runs into the cornucopia. Bender runs away. So does Flo. Delia was not destined to live at all because Delia finds Dr. Robotnik hiding in the cornucopia, but Dr. Robotnik kills her.
Rip. So she died.
She really was not destined to live through this game. She died second and now first.
She's weak.
Doofenshmirtz finds water. Peter runs into the cornucopia and hides. Ninja runs away. Peppa gathers food. Mifa runs away. And Madeline, God bless, runs away. That is the bloodbath.
I would have laughed so hard if she died again at the end there and our first two were just flipped.
I would yell. I'm fine as long as she makes it past the bloodbath. All right. Okay. Let's know how the first day goes.
Okay. Doofenshmirtz tries to sleep through the entire day.
Coward.
Brian runs away from Lindsay. Sans discovers a river. Job practices his archery. Flo discovers a cave. Betty sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. DK searches for firewood. Knives runs away from Benoit Blanc. Wildstyle begs for Dr. Robotnik to kill her. He refuses, keeping Wildstyle alive. All right, she lives longer. Marnie makes a slingshot.
Sorry, I'm thinking of the Lego death sound from the games.
It like falls apart.
He just falls apart.
Mifa diverts Peppa's attention and runs away. Edgeworth attacks Peter, but he manages to escape. Madeline tries to spear fish with a trident. Ninja sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Bender receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor, and Queen accidentally steps on a landmine.
I think that means the end of her.
It'll show us like, oh wow, a lot of deaths that
Where did we miss Wiggler and Louise dying?
Can you look back through the day? Yeah, so Wiggler,
I can go back.
Louise, Delia, and Queen are dead.
Oh, okay. So those were deaths. It didn't say killing. Okay, so Betty stabbing Wiggler and Lindsay stabbing Louise were like deaths. Okay. This is a much more interesting day one.
Yeah, when we played previously, no one hurt each other.
There was like no fighting. It was like runs away. Were they
put in the system as cowards because they're all marked as women?
Erin!
I'm just saying that was my favorite thought. I was like, why'd it get spicier? Even though the women are doing the murdering here.
Yeah, the women are doing the murdering, Erin.
Yeah.
So that's 2 and 2 of ours dead.
Yes. Rest in peace, Wiggler, Louise, Delia, and Queen.
Dr. Robotnik, Lindsay, and Brian get into a fight, and Brian triumphantly kills them both. Just a bloodbath between Erin's characters, I guess.
I know.
Flo defeats DK in a fight but spares his life. Ninja bleeds out due to untreated injuries, so he got hurt at some point.
Yeah. All right. I mean, that's a really anticlimactic way to die, but sure. Can that happen in Fortnite?
Yes, Erin, it can happen in Fortnite.
You could die from untreated injuries?
No, like if you're in duos, you can bleed out.
Interesting. Well,
Knives climbs a tree to rest. Wildstyle has an infection. Betty Boop stays awake all night, and Marnie fails to start a fire. Good, you don't deserve it. I hate her.
Oh my god.
I see these two icons down here at the bottom, and I'm very scared. But a lot of your characters have died, so it's like, I gotta suck it up. I shouldn't have picked characters I love. Job tends to Peter's wounds. Edgeworth, Bender, and Sans are in a alliance, it looks like, and they're sleeping in shifts.
Okay.
Peppa looks at the stars. Oh no, they're tending it. That's canon! Mifa's a healer! I love this.
Oh, that's cute.
Benoit Blanc screams for help. And Doofenshmirtz gets food from an unknown sponsor. Thank you, Perry the Platypus.
Interesting.
It's day 2.
You're gonna love this. Marnie injures herself.
Let's go!
Edgeworth practices his archery.
Shouldn't have closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, Marnie.
So true. Betty steals from Knives while she isn't looking. Flo picks flowers. Job travels to higher ground. Madeline defeats DK in a fight but spares his life. Okay.
They're also nice the same district.
They're in the same...
Yeah, we put them together.
They shouldn't be fighting. Sans constructs a shack. Mifa questions her sanity. Brian receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor.
Who gave the dog an explosive?
I know. Isn't he? Oh no, he's a drug sniffer in the one episode. I was gonna say, isn't he like a bomb sniffer? No, it's drugs. I remember the plot now.
Yeah.
Bender receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Wildstyle and Peter work together for the day. Doofenshmirtz runs away from Peppa, and Benoit Blanc constructs a shack.
So we got a couple shacks, a couple alliances.
Mm-hmm.
And there is the arena event's happening, so something's happening.
Okay.
The arena's border begins to rapidly contract. Thinking they could escape,
oh no!
Wildstyle and Job attempt to run through the border together. Madeline pushes. I think that the border is a death, but I'm not sure. We'll find out.
I assume they're dead, but yeah.
Madeline pushes Brian into the border when he's not paying attention. So much for that explosive.
Ooh.
Peter survives. Peppa pushes Edgeworth into the border while he is not paying attention. Bloodthirsty.
That's my favorite interaction so far.
Flo and Sans attempt to run through together. Doofenshmirtz and Bender are electrocuted and die.
Oh my goodness. So the robot and the scientist.
Donkey Kong and Knives are okay, so is Mifa. Marnie, I guess, pushes Betty Boop into it.
Okay.
Bastard. Benoit Blanc survives.
If those are all deaths, that's a lot of deaths.
12 deaths. Dr. Robotnik, Lindsay, Ninja, Wildstyle, Joe. Yeah, deaths. Job, Brian, Edgeworth, Flo, and Sans, Doofenshmirtz, Bender, and Betty Boop.
Can you click see everyone's status so I know who's alive?
That's exactly what I wanted to do. So
cool.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. Oh my god.
It is Peter. Peppa's alive with 1 kill. Benoit Blanc's alive. Marnie's alive with 1 kill. And then Mifa and Donkey Kong are alive. Oh, and Knives. And Madeline's alive with 1 kill. Sorry, I missed 2.
Sorry, I had to get a screenshot of just this.
I love it. Beautiful.
I'm just saving that for later.
Good.
Oh my god. Yeah, Brian got 2 kills.
You mentioned earlier not wanting to pick people that you love because you didn't want to see them die or whatever. That's why I didn't pick Big Floppa, because I knew I'd be really upset.
That's fair. I respect it. That's why I only picked 2 characters I'd be sad about, and it's these 2, and they're still alive in this run.
Yeah.
Sans, I can live with him dying. He's already dead.
Yeah.
So the next one was yours to read. It's The Night 2.
Okay, Peppa, Marnie, Benoit Blanc, and Madeline tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Mifa loses sight of where she is. DK cries himself to sleep. Love that one. Knives and Peter talk about the tributes still alive.
Do you think Seth Rogen crying sounds like his laughter but sad?
Oh my goodness.
The feast. The cornucopia is replenished. So this is like the they drop in new supplies so you can go get them or not.
Yeah.
Madeline and Knives decide not to go. Benoit Blanc and Mifa get into a fight over some meat, and Mifa runs away. And everyone else decides not to go to the feast.
Okay.
Bring us to day 3.
Mifa camouflages herself in the bushes. DK collects fruit from a tree.
Hey, that's just like the game.
It is just like the game. Also, when he cried himself to sleep, that was also just like the game. Benoit Blanc receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Madeline travels to higher ground.
Hey, that's just like the game.
There you go. Knives explores the arena. Oh. Wow! Marty convinces... I wanted the opposite of this. Marty convinces Peppa to not kill her, only to kill her instead. So Marty has betrayed Peppa Pig.
Oh my god.
I really was rooting for Peppa to be like the bloodthirsty killer that comes out on top.
I would have been so happy if she won.
I know.
Oh, no.
It's looking bad.
She's the villain.
Marnie. I knew, like, when I put Marnie in, I'm like, something unpleasant is going to happen here. And then Peter gets clean water from a sponsor.
That's not like the game.
I know.
One cannon shot can be heard in the distance.
Pour one out for Peppa Pig.
I need to get this one too.
Yes, I love it.
All right. Marnie cooks her food before putting her fire out. Mifa receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Peter, Benoit Blanc, and DK are currently allied with sleeping in shifts.
Okay.
Knives looks at the light sky, and Madeline now gets an explosive.
That worked out so well for Brian.
A quiet night.
Peter, Madeline, Benoit Blanc, DK, and Marnie hunt for other tributes. There's only like 2 other ones. Okay, Knives is pricked by thorns while picking berries, and Mifa injures herself.
I mean, the rest of them are going to be shorter because there's only 7 characters left. So, pretty boring day 4. There are no cannon shots. How's the night go? So this is the inverse of the other one.
Oh.
Because remember, Madeline spared DK, and now DK has spared Madeline. But Peter Griffin decapitates Benoit Blanc with a sword.
Love that for him.
Marnie convinces Mifa to snuggle with her.
Now she's stealing your woman.
I hate this. I hate this witch.
She's killing everyone and stealing your lady.
She's the worst. And Knives thinks about winning. Hey, that's the
her name is Knives. DK goes hunting. Peter injures himself. Marnie dies from an infection. You got your wish.
We're free.
The witch is dead. Ding dong. Knives steals from Madeline when she isn't looking, and Mifa picks flowers.
2 cannon shots for Benoit Blanc and Marnie. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left.
Both, no. Just District 8 has both of their tributes alive.
And that's also the only one of Erin's characters left is Donkey Kong.
Oh, yeah. I was rooting for Peter, so I didn't even think about it. But yeah, no, Donkey Kong's my only one.
I'm very happy if any of these characters win. I'm going to level with you.
I would prefer one of the goofier ones, but if you're happy, I'll be happy.
Peter Griffin is awoken by nightmares. Mifa tries to treat her infection. DK and Knives talk about the tribute still alive, and Madeline quietly hums. Night 5.
Peter receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor, as well as DK. Knives travels to higher ground. Mifa makes a slingshot, and Madeline injures herself.
No cannon shots at sunset. That night, Peter and Knives hold hands.
Okay.
Madeline loses sight of where she is, and DK strangles Mifa with a rope.
It's rough out there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they're dwindling.
Oh, is that the end?
Peter, Knives, and DK get into a fight. DK triumphantly kills them both. Madeline falls into a pit and dies.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance.
Maybe.
Mifa, Peter, Knives, and Madeline. And the winner is Donkey Kong from District 8!
Oh my goodness. Who is his partner, Madeline?
Lord. Yeah.
So they both were the last 2, and then she just died for no reason.
They could have done a Hunger Games, except she dies.
Yeah, they could have gotten out together.
DK with 3 kills.
Mm-hmm. Dang. Well,
look at the Wiggler just dying instantly.
24th place.
Listen, these 3 being at the bottom makes a lot of sense.
Wiggler updates. Wiggler has died.
Wiggler has been stabbed.
That's fair. Well, there you have it, folks.
All right. And so my little segment is somewhat related in the fact that it's talking about characters fighting each other.
Okay.
So beforehand, I asked Erin to come up with a couple characters. I'm curious who you have.
Yeah, you said not video game characters, and then I looked through my like. So like when I was doing the other one, I looked through like my cosplay list, my like shows I like, whatever, and I was looking through and I was like, damn, these are like all video games. But I have a few. I have chosen Hank Hill, Mr. Peanut, the Kool-Aid Man, and Chester Cheetah.
All right. I really like that cast, and I think I might not add any of my own.
Okay.
What I wanted to do is, Erin, you've played Smash Bros, right?
Yes, I have. I thought this might be what it is, but go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about what these characters' Smash Bros movesets would be if they were in Smash Bros, which is why I said no video game characters, because it'd be more fun if we think about it. I'll probably tag in one of like my cartoon characters, I think.
Sure.
And then we can do 2 cartoon characters and then 2 mascots.
So how many moves are there? A, B, down, B. What
the ones I want to focus on.
Okay.
Are the specials in the Final Smash. Because, yeah, you could go into detail about, like, everything. Their taunts, they're, like, coming into the stage. I feel like we only mentioned those if they're relevant, but the ones that I want to focus on are their up special, which is usually, like, a height-gaining move.
Yeah.
Their basic special, their side special, and their down special, and then whatever their final smash would be.
Okay. Is that 4 things?
It's up, 5 things.
Okay.
Up, down, side, center.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Final. And like those are usually their big things. And
who do you want to start with?
I want to start with the Kool-Aid Man, I think.
Okay, that's a good choice.
Because he's fun. So the Kool-Aid Man, okay, I know we don't have to talk about him, but his entrance would just be bursting through a wall.
Yeah, for sure.
So the question is, and like we could be a little creative with this, is what would Kool-Aid Man's movesets be?
So I'm trying to think of what his abilities are. He can break through very solid objects. He has liquid that could probably be like slung at people. He could probably throw like a glass of something. He's got ice cubes in him. He's got a creepy smiling face.
He pours dehydrated youngsters glasses of Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I'm on the Wikipedia page for him. His full name is Frankie D. Kool-Aid?
I did not know that!
Yeah, citation needed, Wikipedia.
My goodness.
He has a species?
What is the species?
Ursius frigidoxilium?
What does that mean?
I mean, it's like a scientific name.
There's a scientific name for the Kool-Aid Man?
Yeah, and it's Ursius frigidoxilium.
Well, you're the science person. Break it down. What does that mean?
Ursius is a word for an ancient jug with one handle. Frigid obviously is cold.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm getting it.
Auxilium. Oh, auxilium means aid or tribute.
Oh.
So it's frigid, cool. Oh, it's like cool, like cold.
It's like pitcher Kool-Aid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pitcher Kool-Aid.
That's fun. He's cherry flavored.
Obviously his different skins can be his different colors of Kool-Aid.
He apparently had a comic series where he fought evil villains called Thirsties, so I don't even know how that worked. He fought a man engulfed in fire named Scorch, so he can douse people that are on fire. And he can change color. Those are his abilities.
So I've got 2 thoughts. I've got thoughts for 2 of his abilities. I think his I think that he would like have like a charge ability.
Okay.
Right? So here's my thought. I think his down smash is he can put a wall somewhere.
Okay. That's
like
a good
how
one.
Pac-Man can drop a fire hydrant.
Yeah, like that.
And then with his side special, like he can like charge into characters like a lot of characters can do, but like it does extra damage if he comes at you through the wall.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
So it can break it's like a stage hazard, but he can like break the wall and deal extra damage. So those are my thoughts. We still need a neutral special and a up special. At the very least.
Did we say Final Smash?
Not two. I was figuring we'd figure that out last.
That's true. I feel like they could do like a breaking through the screen effect with that, but yeah.
That actually would be pretty cool. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like just him like going off screen and bursting through really big.
Yeah.
The
Love
question
that.
is, how does he plays street basketball?
He can play basketball? So what are the two that are left?
His up special and his neutral special.
Okay. He could like jump up while dunking a basketball.
Okay. Like he can fake the funk on a nasty dunk.
Dribbles and goes or whatever.
And
then the neutral one, I don't know. Could spill a bunch of Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I was thinking something about him like pouring Kool-Aid on, but the question is, what does that do?
They take damage. I don't know. Maybe like it kind of just like sloshes over the side and like.
Does it like slow them down? Does it like do damage? Does it like freeze them or slow them? Maybe
freezing would be cool.
Okay,
because he has ice cubes and stuff, so that would work.
True. I always forget that he has ice cubes because I don't think they always draw them.
I'm only saying that because I'm looking at an image of him right now and I see ice cubes. Yeah, some of the designs don't, or they're harder to see. But yeah,
the Kool-Aid Man is just such a terrifying looking being.
Yeah, that's why I thought he'd be good for. I could tell it was probably a fighting thing. I had a feeling it might be smash moves. And I was like, he'd be terrifying to fight.
He would be terrifying to fight. Like probably like medium heavyweight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, strong, slow.
I agree.
Oh, but good at jumping because he's a basketball player. Apparently,
you learn more every day.
The more you learn. All right, that's the Kool-Aid Man's Smash Bros. Moveset. In Smash 6, it'll be there. Mm-hmm. We predicted it. They're breaking out of video games. Okay, I like Hank Hill a lot for this.
Yes,
I love Hank Hill for this.
King of the Hill is Tyler's favorite show, so I've been watching a lot of it since we started dating. He's seen the whole thing like probably multiple times.
I need to go back and do a watch through because I watched most of it and didn't finish it.
I want to do that, and Tyler was like willing to, but like we always just end up watching like random episodes. Maybe we'll do that tonight. Yeah. So immediate thoughts I have. He cracks beers. He has propane. So anything with that can be like flammable. He punches someone in an episode, right? That'd just be like a normal move. But I just wanted to mention that.
He definitely can punch a guy.
Yeah. He could have like a lawnmower. You know how like Wario rides like the car in the one? He could have like a lawnmower.
Oh, that's a fun idea. So that could be his side special is like the lawnmower. I have an idea for his down special.
Go ahead.
So he would have a counter. Like, because that's pretty common for Smash, but what the counter is Bobby Hill comes out of nowhere and kicks the character in the balls.
I love that. And I love that they'd have to make animations for every character getting kicked in the balls.
That's my favorite episode of King of the Hill. That's my purse.
Bobby is also wonderful. I was torn between Hank and Bobby for a second, and I was like, I could think of more to say about Hank.
I think, because, I mean, we could just fold Bobby into Hank's movie.
Yeah, he makes a good guest appearance.
So, yeah, he has I feel like the beer cracking is probably just like a taunt or something.
I'm thinking like if the Kool-Aid Man was like breaking through the screen, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way to incorporate the thing where they're all standing there in the final Smash, like where they stand there drinking the beers in like a line.
That could be like, you know how it's like really sped up
Yeah.
in the intro? I think it'd have to be something like that. Like Hank Hill doesn't do anything during the final Smash, but things in the background happen while he's drinking beer with his buddies.
Yeah, maybe like cans fly through or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got
Car
that.
hits everybody.
Yeah. What are we missing?
Uphill and up and neutral again.
Uphill.
Sorry, up special and neutral special again.
Okay.
We need something propane-y.
Yeah. If he's traveling up, I don't know, he's like burning something with it and like floating up.
Sweet lady propane.
Is
that a thing?
Me looking up how does propane work?
What do they use propane for?
Like lighting like grills and stuff, I think.
Yeah, besides that is the question.
Well, it's like an explosive tank, so
he could just like throw a tank of propane at somebody and it could blow up.
Like a Mario fireball or something, yeah.
Like more like the Duck Hunt can.
Yeah, I don't know all of their moves, so I'm like trying to relate it to stuff that I sort of know.
Or like a bomb from Link.
Yeah.
I think it would be what it's like.
Yeah.
Like with a little more fire.
Propane. So then we just need up.
How does he get up?
How does
Hank
he
Hill
get up?
go up? I did
like
search
that.
Hank Hill goes up. How does it happen?
Trying to think what else he does that's like iconic and funny.
Yeah. I remember he's a pimp. That could be one of his costumes.
Yeah, it could.
I want Pimp Hat Hank.
I'm seeing an image of a garden hose. Can he propel himself upward by spraying the garden hose down?
We could do that. That's like silly enough. It's not a bad one.
Cool.
Okay, that's like that is like sufficiently funny enough.
There you go.
A lot of grill and fire based attacks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then what do you think between your other mascots?
The other mascots. So Chester Cheetah and Mr. Peanut. Chester Cheetah, I feel like you need to be less creative because I feel like he has a lot of like things happening that are just like cheese raining down. Mr. Peanut might be harder.
I'm down with Chester.
Chester Cheetah. So he can skateboard, right?
Oh yeah, he definitely can skateboard.
He can skateboard. Oh goodness, I just opened it and it's okay. I searched Chester Cheetah. One of the first images is him like I think he's shitting Cheetos. It's interesting. Anyway,
I do see that image.
He's one of those characters that you search and you'll get like the feet pics and the weird stuff. He's been drawn in compromising positions.
He's been around the internet.
But yeah,
he
skateboards. He's often associated with flames, with like the flaming hot thing. So maybe some kind of flame related thing. He can probably rain down cheese upon you.
Upon me?
Upon you specifically.
Hachi machi.
Yeah.
So like a skateboard for sure. Because he's a sportsman.
Would that be like the side one?
It could be if we want to do like another like dash like travel type side smash. I'm down with that.
Cool.
And maybe it like changes his like the way he does attacks, like if he's on the skateboard or not.
Oh yeah, that too.
You know,
that'd be cool.
Like he can like he's better at like ground based attacks on the skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that he's dangerously cheesy.
So true. Yeah, I'm trying to think of so we got skateboard for the side stuff.
Oh, he's got like a soccer ball.
Oh yeah,
sometimes.
he's athletic. Yeah, he could shoot a soccer ball at somebody.
Like that's like an easy like B move,
Yeah.
just to like a flaming projectile. It's not very creative, but it's Chester Cheetah. How
Mhm.
can we incorporate the fact that he's like a rapper?
Oh, he could have like a microphone with a cord, and the cord like sweeps you or something.
Maybe.
Or something where music notes hurt people.
Maybe that's like his final smash, is like he just hits like a sick verse, and it does a bunch of like damage around him or something.
Yeah. And there's some cheesy graphics displayed
Yeah.
around him.
Oh yeah, like like fire and like Cheetos graphics, and
He tips his sunglasses.
So he kicks a soccer ball. He has the thing. Can he eat Cheetos?
Yeah. He eats them quite frequently, I believe.
No, like as an ability.
Oh,
Hear me out. His down smash. His down special. He eats Cheetos.
Okay.
Then lets him deal fire damage with his punches because there's Cheeto dust on his hands.
I was just gonna say, I'm looking at a photo of him with the cheese dust. Yeah.
Yep.
That would.
Yeah,
work.
that's what I'm thinking. Like eats Cheetos, it heals like 2 health, and then like he punches with fire for a couple seconds.
Excellent. Was that it?
No, he needs his up smash because we always do that. Those are always difficult because I mean he could just do a skateboard trick.
Yeah, or yeah. All I can think of with those things is like if they don't naturally jump, I'm like they propel themselves with another object, like a pile of Cheetos, or he uses a skateboard. That's all I got.
He can do a skateboard trick and get up high.
Yeah.
I
think he can do that. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And then one more. I want to do Calvin and Hobbes from Calvin and Hobbes as a like an ice climbers like tag team.
Yes.
So like they work together, not like you swap out.
Yeah.
And that's my last one I want to do.
Okay. Well, they have a wagon. They do a lot of stuff. They play Calvin ball.
He has like the boxes that like either duplicate or transmogrify or do stuff weird to him.
Yeah, that's true.
I think okay, here's my final smash thought. My final smash thought is that they jump in the transmogrifier and turn into dinosaurs. Because that's like a thing that they do a ton in Calvin and Hobbes is pretend to be dinosaurs. So it's that. And then they just like wreak havoc. And I think that's a good way to use the transmogrifier, which I love, and I really want to make sure we reference when we talk about that.
Sure.
The up special I think is a little easier for this one because you can just have like one of them throw the other or something.
Yeah. Hobbes is very tall.
Yeah.
You could boost him.
I'm imagining like Hobbes just like throwing Calvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. So we have the up, the final smash. What else?
And the down.
What was the down again?
We don't have that. Oh, sorry. I
said the ones we had. Sorry.
Yeah, I was. We need a neutral side and down.
Okay.
They definitely enter on like a sled or a wagon.
Yeah, either one. Maybe if you're in like a snow stage, it's a sled.
Yeah, I don't know. There's got to be some way to like do that. I think their world would be a snow one.
Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea.
What's your idea?
I've got one idea. I don't want to come up with all of them, but neutral special.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the villager tree. No, it would be down then. So down special. It's like the villager tree attack where like villager plants a tree and then grows it and then chops it down. except
Okay, yeah.
it's them like building a snowman.
Yeah. No, I like
and
that.
then when they build the snowman, it's like a thing that'll attack for them.
That's fun. Are we missing anything else?
We need the center and the side. And
so Calvin pees on the opponent, and then like a shitty logo for like text that says like "We hate the Yankees" or something appears below.
We hate Ford cars specifically.
Yep. Hobbs can, I don't know. I like Hobbs a lot.
Hobbs could do like a pounce.
Yeah.
A pounce attack. Alternately, for like the up special, it could be him like flying as Stupendous Man.
Oh, that too.
What do you think about like a neutral special? Just like a generic kind of thing he can do.
I'm trying to think what other Calvin and Hobbes lore we have not covered.
I mean, we have Spaceman Spiff and Tracer Bullet, which are his other characters that he plays as.
Does he have like?
But he's just like a rambunctious child. Does he have a gun? He has a phaser, I think.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
I think he has one as Spaceman Spiff.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got anything?
I mean, do you think the phaser, or do you think something else?
I think the phaser is the best I can think of, unless it was just like a really generic thing.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't want to give them all like dash moves, which is why I didn't want to incorporate the wagon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. I think that's everything then for our characters.
All right.
Unless there's another one that you want to do.
No, I was just gonna say, Mr. Peanut's final smash needs to be something with like baby nut dying on the screen. That needs to be incorporated somehow.
For Mr. Peanut's final smash, he drives his car off a cliff with and dies.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for watching our silly little podcast. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thank you if you've been watching us for the past year. Thank you. And we would really appreciate it if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing and subscribing, and maybe commenting if you have any ideas of stuff you want to see us do or talk about, or tell me why I shouldn't have wanted Marnie to die. I don't know. I'm just saying she's the worst Stardew Valley character. That's all I need.
That's fair. I can't believe we made it to a year. It feels like time is both really fast and really slow. And I don't know. I'm happy that we've kept it up this long and that we're still going and that we got some plans for the future. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah. You can follow us on pretty much everything at appetizercast or Erin MacDaddy or Moth Mancha.
And with that, be sure to tip your waitresses, send us money so we can break Jake out of the brig, and we'll see you next time.
Ooh.